is Tucker Rick, and we're B&T Automotive, and today we're going over the latest car news. All this information I'm getting off caranddriver.com. So the first thing we're going to go over is the Kia Forte. Are you familiar with the Kia Forte?
Oh yeah, very familiar.
So for 2022, they changed a bunch of things about how it looks. It says Kia is giving its compact Kia Forte sedan a makeover for 2022 that includes updated exterior styling, new wheel designs, and updated tech. Inside, a larger 10.3-inch infotainment display is now available as an option, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity is standard. The 2022 Kia Forte is priced starting just over $20,000 and will be on sale soon, Kia said. Alright, so it's getting some upgrade. It looks very kind of futuristic, and I kind of like the new wheel designs they got.
Yeah, it does look a lot better. The body design is definitely updated. And for $20,000, I mean, you can't beat it, you know, a nice everyday driver. And then it's more high tech for the young generation, I see.
Yeah, so it comes with you can get the option. This is the GT line. I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks sharp, don't it? It looks. I mean, look at the inside. There's the 10.3-inch touchscreen display. Look at the inside. What do you think about that? How that to me it looks like almost like an Audi on it.
You know, you got a 10.3-inch screen, so that's what a bigger view for you to look at. So one thing, you know, we're gonna have to see what the safety reviews are on this. Just the same way with texting and driving, that's the one issue I can see, because that is a big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I think that all started with the Teslas, right?
Oh yeah, you know it.
Okay, so Tesla's Berlin Gigafactory is getting ready to build the Model Y. Okay, so Tesla has a Gigafactory. Do you know what the Gigafactory is?
Oh yeah.
Is where they mine so they have one in Berlin, and it's getting ready to build the Model Y. It says Elon Musk. It says Tesla's Berlin Brandenburg plant in Germany is getting ready for Model Y production, which is expected to start in a matter of weeks. The Berlin plant will eventually start producing the Model Y with the structural 4,680 pack, offering a boost in range and a drop in weight for the crossover. The plant has faced protests from environmental groups that criticize deforestation on the site, in addition to other environmental effects. So what do you think about that situation going on over there?
There's always going to be somebody all about the environment. But to make changes, you know, it's just like casualties of war. You know what I mean? You got to make mistakes to find out what's right and what's wrong. And moving into this new industry with the new batteries, you know, which is a major concern of explosion. You know, what happens if you mix a Tesla with a Kia Forte? You know what I mean? What happens if you mix those two batteries? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of mistakes out there that a lot of people hadn't made, but at least we're moving towards something, you know, and not doing anything.
So I guess this can be a broader discussion about electric vehicles as a whole. What are your thoughts on electric vehicles, and what are your thoughts on these private corporations like Tesla coming up and just doing electric vehicles? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's just the way things happen, evolve? What are your thoughts on it?
We're all humans and everything evolves. And we've been doing this, what, 100 and something years now, since the early 1900s. We've been using coal and, you know, fossil fuels. So everything changes, and if you notice in history, usually about every 100 years to 500 years, there's a major change, you know, on through the lines. So now, your generation, not mine, has to figure out how to make all this work. You know, it's just like when they started, you know, Henry Ford, when he first built the Model T, and decided, okay, how can I get this out to everyone? Well, now that's the question for you. How can you make this electric car work, be cheaper, and at the same time, all these gas and oil companies that's been making all these billions of dollars for this whole amount of time, they've got to convert over to something to make the money. I mean, do you think they're just going to give all the money to Alabama Power to make power, and, you know, BP Oil's not going to get anything?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, BP Oil's just going to say, oh, we're going to close, y'all don't have it. Yeah, I can see that happening.
So do you think the big oil corporations are shifting their technology to electric?
I think that they're both in battle with each other, trying to figure out They're waiting on the oil company to catch up to see how they can make money off of it.
I think BP and some of your bigger things have made some statements about zero emissions or something like that in the future. I'm not sure how we would achieve that, but
Well, you gotta look at today's technology in your cell phone now. If you can make a cell phone and a microchip to fit in there and make it run that, you mean to tell me out of all these scientists in the world, nobody can invent a car that doesn't run on anything.
that's true.
You know what I mean? Think about it. If you had a vehicle that run on anything, it would be environmentally safe. The most problem you have, you know,
What do you mean run on anything like you can dump anything into it?
the perpetual motion, you know, just off the perpetual motion itself, you know, I forget who it was that made the first engine that run off of steam. It run off itself by air pressure, steam pressure.
Oh.
And that's what I'm saying. You mean to tell me this phone, you can charge it, and my phone will last 2 to 3 days if I don't use it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you use it, it'll last the whole day. Now,
So do you think? So you're saying they can engineer something to use air to make something go potentially?
oh, I've got several ideas that I could probably actually build something. But the whole time is, you know, I don't want to invest time in building something and come up with an idea that'll never happen because
The
If
powers that be won't let it.
yeah, the powers that be won't let it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Bay Area Grant Program offers $9,500 to trade your gasoline car in for an EV. What are your thoughts about that?
No, well, it's, you know, just like the coronavirus, they would give, you know, all the workers that owe you they pay off to get the shot and all, you know, it's anything else. At the same time, you know, $9,500 versus a vehicle. And
Well, they're saying the Bay Area Air Quality Management District's Clean Cars for All program is for customers in targeted zip codes who meet income requirements. The program offers $5,500 to $9,500 to spend on a new or used plug-in electric or hydrogen vehicle for those who turn in a 2005 or earlier gas-powered car. So they're basically, this Bay Area Air Quality Management District's Clean Cars for All program is incentivizing people to cash in their gasoline cars for a premium price between $5,000 and $9,500 for, if they trade in, they'll get that towards a purchase of an EV vehicle. So do you think that will go nationwide? Do you think that'll stay in kind of more environment friendly states?
well, it'll, you know, eventually it'll definitely grow. The environmental states will be faster. But eventually, everyone, it's like anything else, you know, that came out. You know, video games, everything, everybody thought it was bad to start with. It took a couple of years for it to take off. The same thing with this, if the electric cars ever get the range figured out to where they could actually get 400 miles out of an electric car, I think the idea would go over so fast. And, you know, these people building these electric cars, you know, they gotta have money to help do the research and everything to get this done. So the $9,500 trade-in is actually a pretty good deal. You know, if the electric car company can get the plugs out here where these people, or, you know, do something about the range. The range is what's, you know, killing the industry for real.
I think they're about to employ some new, I know Tesla and a couple other manufacturers sell technology that they're, you know, got in research and development and stages, but they're supposed to come out. I think that Model Y for the Tesla is supposed to be like the longest range. It may have like 350, 400 miles on one plug-in. But what were you telling me about the power grid? What's another major issue with electric cars?
See, that's the thing about it. If you switch over to all electric, you know, what's power and the power companies, you know, what's charging these cars?
Well, you were saying if everybody had if every adult in America had an EV car, they plugged it in at the same time, the whole grid was shut down, right? It's too much for a grid.
Yeah, it's the same thing, you know, it's like trying to jump 2 or 3 cars off with the same battery charger. You know, you can only put so much out there.
Right.
And that's
So you don't think our current grid infrastructure will support every household having 2 electric cars?
No,
You don't think so?
no.
It's just too much for the power.
Well, that's where, you know, it goes into, like say in 96, remember back in 96 when you had regular unleaded gas and they went to the ethanol. Okay, you know, BP Oil, they had to improve their technology and, you know, do all this stuff. They had to spend billions of dollars to do that. Well, they've got to do the same thing here.
Well, all right, guys. we're gonna wrap up this video. My name is Tuck,
Hey, Rick.
and this is B&T Automotive. Thanks for checking us out. We have a lot more content to come. Share what you like about this video in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And goodbye.
Later.